Welcome to State of Tech. My name's Jared, and I'm sitting here with the SmartOmi Boots from SmartOmi, of course. And these are wireless Bluetooth earbuds. And I've been skeptical of small headphones my entire life, my entire adult life anyways, because I recognize that smaller speakers, tinier speakers are going to produce smaller, tinier audio. And I like good sounding music. You know, the headphones that I use, if I want to enjoy my music, are typically over-ear headphones. They're bigger speakers that provide better audio range. And I'm not an audiophile. I don't, follow all of that. And I also don't have a trained ear or anything like that. But I do know what good music sounds like, and I do know what good music through good speakers sounds like. And these are kind of an in-between when it comes to what you're getting. Now, they're very small and they're very compact. They're wireless, which means there's a lot of technology packed in them as opposed to on the other end of a cord or something like that, or maybe one of them's larger and the other one's smaller. There's a whole bunch of different types of Bluetooth headphones and stuff out there these days. And the most common ones are the Bluetooth wireless earbuds that have a wire connecting the two. So maybe you have a big battery in one of them, and then the other Bluetooth technology in the other. There's a cord. I've never really liked those. And when it comes to Bluetooth technology with headphones, you're looking at expensive stuff. I mean, most of the good ones out there are high-end brands, and they're expensive. So what if you want something that's small and compact, that is waterproof, and that has about a 5-hour battery life for listening? That's when these come in. I found these on Amazon, and they came with this nice little case. It's not a super sturdy case, but it's good enough and sturdy enough to protect them from being crushed inside of your bag or your gym bag or something like that. They come with this little charging cradle here that they slide into. Micro USB on the back, and about an hour and a half of charge, and they're good to go for another 5 hours. They're just really small. They also come with a little cable so that you could plug in. They come with a couple of extra ear cups, they look to be a different size, but they're not too much of a different size than what are on them natively. So you can trade those out. And then they also come with these little ear stays that you slide over them to kind of help them stay in your ear, which I haven't found necessary, even though I've been wearing these and trying to jump around and shake my head and just do stuff that would typically make headphones fall out of my ears. So let's talk about these little guys, these little earbuds. They're pretty tiny. The inside of them, one of them has a red cup, one of them has kind of a yellowish, fluorescent greenish cup on them. They pair to your phone, and these days with our iPhone 7s that don't have headphone jacks, Bluetooth headphones are pretty important. So the pairing process is pretty simple. You go into the Bluetooth menu on your phone, and these don't say right or left on them. So to me, you just choose one and pair it first. That's what it said in the instructions. So I chose the one with the red cup on it because R, red, right ear, red. It's just good for my memory, helps me remember which one's going to go in which ear. I press down the button for 3 to 5 seconds. It starts flashing red and blue, and then I'm able to pair it to my phone. Once that is successful, it isn't flashing anymore and it's paired. You press and hold down the button on the other one for 3 to 5 seconds and it pairs to the right one. So the pairing process is first headphone to the phone, second headphone to the first headphone, and then they're paired and they're good to go. You'll also want to do that same kind of similar process when powering up. Turn on your right one, then turn on the left one, and you're good to go. Now, I gave these an initial charge, which I don't believe to be a full charge, and then I listened to a 45-minute long podcast, I listened to music for about a half hour, and then I listened a little bit more to an audiobook that I've been working on trying to finish. And the audio quality of these is great depending on what you're listening to. Now, for podcasts and audiobooks, these are fantastic. The audio quality is great. It's exactly what I would expect out of a small set of earbuds, pretty much on par with wired earbuds that are powered by your phone. It was good quality. I have zero complaints there as far as that goes. Now, when listening to music, you do sacrifice some things because they're waterproof and they're tiny. And that's the deeper, mid, and deep tones that typically are in music. Now, if you listen to music that typically doesn't have any deeper tones, you're not going to have a problem. And if you don't really care about those deeper tones anyways, you're still not going to have a problem. But if you're like me and you listen to your music a little bit louder, and I listen to a variety of music, and I like my music to have those deeper tones, I like to feel my music, you're definitely not going to get that with these. And there's good reason for it. They're waterproof, first of all. I don't expect anything waterproof to sound that great. If I turn up the audio on my iPhone 7 here, the speaker does not produce very deep music, nor does any other smartphone that is waterproof, because just whatever the audio could be pushed through has to be waterproof, and you're going to lose some audio quality there. However, it's not that bad. When I'm at the gym, I sweat. When I get in the pool, I get my head wet. I mean, there's lots of things that I typically can't use regular headphones while I'm doing because of the problem of them breaking. I've broken headphones. I had headphones with the little button, like the ones that used to come with the iPhone, and also other brand headphones. Sweat or whatever would get in the little button and it wouldn't work anymore. You're not going to run into problems like that with these headphones. The other thing that's really nice is they're not connected to each other by a cable, which means none of that cable rubbing on the back of your neck when you turn your head. It's kind of obnoxious. Big headphones that you put over your head, obviously those would have better audio quality because they're bigger, but it's a big headphones on your head, and sometimes some people don't like squeezing their head. I know over a long period of time, I just don't like something over the top of my head. I want to be free. I want to be able to move around, and with these, I was able to do that without worrying about cables or anything, which was probably one of the best features of it. Now, I was able to move around the room, walk out of the room a little bit, and not have any dip in audio quality or connection. So the signal on them is pretty good. What also was surprisingly good is that there's no latency that I could tell between the two. I was listening to audio, like audiobook, I couldn't hear, you'd think maybe, you hear it in your right ear first and just slightly delayed in the left ear, but that wasn't the case. It was very in sync, like they did a great job with the technology here, keeping that, considering it's kind of like a daisy chain process of your audio getting all the way from phone to right ear to left ear. It was very well in sync. I didn't have any problems at all. So, of course, these are under $100. They're a bit under $100. I picked this pair up for under $75, and I'm pretty impressed with them. When you put them in your ears, they do stick out a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just put these in my ears for you so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. They do stick out just a little bit. And because they're in your ears, you definitely get that plugged ears, holding your nose, you sound nasally. So putting them in your ears, you're definitely, not going to want to leave them there all day. It's just an experience of listening to an audiobook or listening to some music or maybe even having just some background noise. Now, these don't have any audio canceling or noise canceling or anything like that. But what I did find is that, in my office, when I'm listening to audiobook or I'm listening to music softly, I could typically hear my fan that's blowing behind me. We live in the Central Valley in California. It typically gets pretty hot here. And so I have a fan going, and the fan combined with music just doesn't sound good. I wasn't really able to hear my fan much with these because they do fit in your ear really well. So I'm pretty impressed with these. I didn't know what to expect because I don't believe I've ever had anything from this company before. The SmartOmi Boots just kind of sounded like a weird name. I guess maybe they look like a boot. I don't know. But I was pretty impressed with the quality overall. They're not going to replace my headphones that I typically would use for listening to music, but they're definitely going to become my go-to headphones for when I'm listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts, or listening to music softly. They're definitely going to be my go-to, and probably even in the car as well, because I know that I could use just one and keep it in my right right ear and be able to answer calls and all that good stuff and listen to music, or listen to an audiobook or something like that in my ear without having to worry about using the audio system or anything like that in my vehicle. So pretty cool. I'm slightly impressed with these, more so than I thought I would be. I think they're good value for the dollar. I don't think that they're the best option that's out there, considering that there are some pretty decent headphones out there. But of course, you're going to be able to pay. You're going to have to be able to pay a couple $100s for those, whereas you could get several sets of these for the price of some of the big name ones out there. So definitely check them out. I put a link in the description below so that you could check these out on Amazon. Other people have commented on Amazon, left some reviews that were definitely helping me in deciding to go with these. So make sure to check those out. So yeah, that's going to do it for this review of these SmartOmi Boots from SmartOmi. Definitely subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this. If you have questions, put them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer those. And like this video, hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed watching this video. So thanks so much for continuing on with us through this video. We hope to see you next time here on State of Tech. Thanks.